you have to have something to believe in. Well, it doesn't matter what religion you are, or if you're not religious at all, you have to have something, because at the end of the day, your parents can't help you get into Publix. At the end of the day, your friends can't help you, build 3,000 tubs of hummus. They can try, but it doesn't mean you're going to be successful. So at some point in time, you have to let go. And, I prayed a lot during those times. I mean, I remember May of 2015 sucked. Shark Tank, as you go along in the process, you only know what you need to know at the moment you need to know it. So you don't know if you're going to get on television. And the television is our big break.
A ton of uncertainty.
Yeah, and it goes from 45,000 people, and they're cutting constantly. So we knew we were in like the top 5,000. We didn't have any idea where we're at, and we're still working with them. And they tell you every time they hang up the phone, we're working on this. It doesn't mean you're still going to go forward. Okay. So we already got rejected once by Publix. And Whole Foods was, interested in us, but we were a little too early for manufacturing. We had to figure out those kinks. And we were flat broke.
Flat broke. No yes here, no yes here. And we don't know on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Lots of opportunity, but nothing breaking through.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing farmers markets, and the farmers markets are just keeping the doors open. We're not bringing in. I didn't want to keep growing in the farmers markets, because that would just take us into one route we weren't supposed to be in.
Right.
If we wanted to stay that channel, we could have went that channel and made a cool little local business, and that's fine. But I had a bigger vision, which, it was a lot of work and effort, and it just would have taken us away from this big goal.
Yeah.
And I made that decision, and I was beating myself up every day for a month straight about, I should have stuck with the farmers markets. I should just focus on this.
I have some cash.
Yeah. I can pay my rent. Yeah. So, I remember there was a week at the end of May. I was super down. I didn't talk to anybody. I did the bare minimum of what I had to do to meet with my team, to make sure we made hummus. I kept to myself, and I didn't, I really was in a dark spot. I was in a rough place, and I was like, it sucks when you get so many people finally supporting you, and you're like, I'm about to let all these people down. And you think to yourself, am I going to be the laughing stock of UCF? Are all my friends going to think I'm this huge failure? I've made mistakes and I've failed before, and they were much smaller.
This was very public.
Yeah, this is very public. A lot of people had started believing in me and were rooting for us, and getting on shelves of grocery stores. We had been on local news channels and newspapers. So people knew the Oh Dang name locally, and I was getting extremely nervous to be embarrassed, and I was preparing to be embarrassed of just a monster failure, and I blame myself, because I had an opportunity to grow organic, through farmers markets and slowly, and I chose a route that was a lot more aggressive. It was the riskier route, and I was relying kind of on a gamble, if you will, of hopefully the Shark Tank thing pans out. I need one of these bigger grocery stores to say yes.
One door needs to open.
Yeah,
and which one opened?
Well, it's funny. They kind of all did it once. And I remember, that month.
A trifecta.
Yeah, that month of May, I don't think I've ever prayed more, and I grew up in church. I don't think I've ever prayed more in my life than that one month. I mean, I was praying breakfast, lunch, dinner, at bedtime, twice at bedtime. I had my grandma praying for us. It was, it really restored like good faith in me.
This is a month where you're just like,
it's dark.
something breaks.
I was ready to quit. I was ready to throw it. I was like, we're done. We are shutting up shop. We're out of it. And I was bracing for the impact of, what am I going to tell my family? What am I going to tell my friends? How am I going to get out of this thing looking like a decent person, And
then
I still had the fire. I wasn't fully ready to quit. And then I got an email, right? And I remember the email saying, hey, you need to leave this week in June open. You're flying out to California.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.